went to Little Craft Place today. I am extremely fortunate in that I live 20 minutes from this store. Or am I? I get in trouble every time I go. I went with the intention of picking up my order from the spring 𝗍𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗲 launch and to get a little packet of Midori correction tape. That's it. That's all I was going to do. And yet somehow I came home with this. Oh boy. All right. So I'm going to show you what kind of trouble I went into, and I'm going to pull everything out of the bag here, and we're going to see what's what, and I will show you the washi and all this stuff. So stay tuned. Hi, I'm 𝗪𝗀𝗶𝗃𝗲, the Positive Vibes artist. Welcome to my channel. Today I am showing you my haul from Little Craft Place, which is a lovely, lovely store that is, fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how you look at it, local to me. 20 minutes from my front door. If I speed, I can get there in 15. So, which I did today because my 𝗍𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗲 cover from the launch, the spring launch, was ready. So I'm just going to pull out some stuff to make room, and boy, they really jammed it all in there. And I'm going to show you what I actually went out there to get. Midori correction tape that actually matches the cream color in the 𝗍𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗲s. So word to the wise, and it's only $5.50. There you go. I've had mine for a long time, and I figure it's probably really close to running out, and I would hate to run out of that stuff, you know, when I'm in the middle of a page and I've made a mistake. So this is the 𝗍𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗲 cover I decided upon for obvious reasons. Purple, pink. The only color in my wheelhouse missing from this is blue, but I am happy, happy, happy. The second I saw this, I was just like, oh my God, I gotta have it. So I now have it, and I am now $95 poorer. But let's see, how did they... Oh, is it here? I'm trying to figure out, yeah, here we go. How they bagged this. This includes, this is A6, and it includes the planner along with it. So this is the spring, April to April. I believe it's April to April, or April to March at least. And we're going to crack this open and see what it looks like. Most of you who are into 𝗍𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗲 are well aware of what this looks like, but I know many people out there have not heard of 𝗍𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗲. They are a Japanese company. They've been around for forever, and they make the nicest journals, and they use Tomo river paper, which is extremely fountain pen friendly. It's nice and smooth, and the pens, the nibs of your fountain pens just glide on this paper. Oh, it is heavenly to write on. I love it. And there is the 2024, 2025 Tomo river paper debacle. You can Google that if you want more information, but I did not use a 𝗍𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗲 in 2025 because of that. And that kind of hurt my soul, but I'm so glad that they fixed it. I am in the 2026 𝗍𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗲 A5 cousin, which is, again, part of their line. It's right here. And the paper seems to be perfectly fine. I have not run into any of the problems I did with the paper in 2024. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗏. Do you remember doing these as a kid? I remember. You color all the ones red and all the sevens orange and so on and so forth. So I don't know what's there. I should do it and find out what's there. They got two other ones here too. But yeah, they always have these cute little pamphlets that they include with their journals. And this is the spring edition, so that, of course, it means it begins in April, and you get your usual 𝗍𝗵𝗂𝗊𝗍𝗂 title page, and then you get your 2026 year at a glance, and they give you also 2025 and 2027. Why they do the 2025, I have no clue, but they do. And then here you have a month at a glance tracker. Keep track of birthdays or bills, or you can use it for a habit tracker, which is how I tend to use it. And then you get your 12 monthlies. Now this one begins in February. So, ooh, I could actually move into this right now. Oh, that's exciting. I haven't gotten I've never had the April start, so I don't know. But they usually do give you an extra month at the end and 2 or 3 extra months, at the beginning. An extra month at the beginning, and then 2 or 3 extra months at the end. So like my A5 cousin, which is a 2026 January start, gives you also December of 2025. And then, so you can get into it early with the monthlies and the weeklies. So this goes through for the monthlies. You get January of 2027. I would think it would go up to March easily. There's February, there's March. Then they do give you April. I think they give you extra months. Yes, they do. They give you May. And yeah, they give you 1 extra month in here. Okay, and it says turning the page. In the 𝗍𝗵𝗂𝗊𝗍𝗂 cousin, it'll say turning the page to a new year. Here it's just turning the page because we're in April. And this is blank. This is supposed to be used like as a cover page or just as notes. Oh, there's another page here too. Oh, that's nice. That's different. And then here's the cover page for April. You can put your deco on here. You can do your priorities for the month, what have you. And then you get into your dailies. And what I really love the 𝗍𝗵𝗂𝗊𝗍𝗂s for, because I am a practicing witch, they give you the exact lunar phase every day, which is wonderful. I run a business. I perform positive candle work for clients around the world, and it's super important for me to know that daily. I also do have a witchy almanac that shows me the sign that the moon is in for every single day, and when it's void of course, because when it's void of course, that means it's moving from one zodiac sign to the next, and its energy is wonky because it's got the energies of the sign it's leaving, and it's starting to adapt to the energies of the sign it's entering. So good witches know we do not perform candle work when the moon is void of course, because that's a good way to introduce a little bit of chaos into your life. So that's what I really love about these. This is the Japanese one because I don't ever really pay attention to what's written down here because half the time they don't translate well into English, and so, you know, they sound, the grammar and all that, the English translation sounds a little goofy. And then for each month the color changes. So for May we've got a pretty light olive green color, and for June it's a darker green. Why they can never do purple for June, I don't know. June is my birthday month. Here's a turquoise for July, and then we get a purple for August. Okay, I'm jealous now. We get a, what is that, like a like a burnt sienna for September. Ooh, and a pretty lavender for October. That's my favorite month of the year because of Halloween. And the 11th, November is a teal color. And then for December, we get a red. And then for January, we get is that the same color as December? I think December's is red. This is kind of like a burnt orange if you're a UT Longhorn like I am. That's my alma mater's color. Got my doctorate there. And then we have a light brown, and again with a mauve color to round out the dailies in the month of March. Now after March, what do they give us? Because again, I haven't seen one of these in years, so I don't remember. Okay, so March ends, and then we get a just blank. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We get 13 blank pages. Wow, that's awesome. And then, of course, you get your odd timetable they always put in here. I think they do this for students because I know when I was in high school, I had 7 periods for classes. This was actually in our folder they gave us for free at the beginning of the school year in high school. And so you could fill it out with your classes and keep track of your homework assignments and all that. But that's what I think that's really there for. Then they give you this scrap paper, which you can keep track of your weight and see how it just, you know, stays flatline all year. Of course, I'm speaking for myself. And there's another page here of more graph paper and blank for some sort of explanation or a key you can put down here. And then we get our favorites, you know, what you're listening to, what you're watching, what you're reading, what you're eating. I don't know, travel maybe, and then I don't know what that is, but yeah, so we get a few pages of that, and then you have your My 100, and so I use this to keep track of the inks I have in my pens for the month. That's what I do in my Cousin, because that's where I do my daily journaling. I will not be using this for daily journaling. I've decided, since the cover I wanted so badly did come with one of these, I'm going to use these for a watercolor doodle a day, which I am hoping sparks my creativity. Because, you know, with all the horrible, horrendous violations of basic human rights occurring right now in America, in, you know, Minneapolis in particular, my creativity's kind of dried up. You know, I'm like, how can I be creating and having fun with my paints and my other art supplies when all this horrendous stuff is going on? And so I'm thinking, if I do a watercolor doodle a day, maybe that'll spark it. I don't know. I'm hoping, because I mean, I have not been feeling it, my friends. I'm sure you haven't either. I'm having all sorts of other feelings, you know, anger and rage and jeez, I don't know. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I literally start to feel sick to my stomach when I do. There's foods here. I guess maybe you can list what you eat. I don't know. I don't know what these are for, but I'll figure something out with them. If you hear a rooster, that's our neighbor's rooster. And I don't know what this is for. Again, it's all in Japanese, which I cannot read. And same thing over here. And then it has, I have no idea what this would be. I don't think this is in my Cousin. I'm pretty sure it's not in there. Yeah, it's a different setup in the back here. You can keep track of gifts if you want. These are years. I don't know what that would be. If anyone has the English edition for that, please comment in, you know, below and let me know what this is for, because that's intriguing. That looks like some sort of an ephemeris, but it's not, I don't think. I don't know. I don't get it. And then over here, you know, way back in the day before computers and phones and stuff, we used to write addresses in address books. That's what that is. And then you've got your notes here of where you can fill in your name and your address and your phone number in case you ever lose your A6 here. And my A6 is numbered 1,322,994. I think that's the first time I've ever gotten one that's a 1 million. Now that I think about it. But yeah, they number them all. So that is the cute little A6. And now for the cover, I'm going to pull it out so you don't see all the glare from my ring light. Okay, hang on. Yeah, it's right here. Well, I can feel it, but I can't seem to. There we go. Here we go. All right. This is so pretty. I always got to be real careful of these. I have pets. I have a dog and a cat. That would not be good for them. Would not be good for little kids. Don't have any little kids. My little kid is 28 years old and out of the home and married. This is nice. And they do put a protective layer of paper around these. They are little triangular, I think they're triangular bookmarks for your journal. And I can't seem to, here we go. Where are my super duper scissors? These are Archer and Olive. They came in a subscription box. Oh, probably, I don't know, 2 years ago, maybe 3. And they are so super sharp. It's all I can do to not cut myself on them. But here we go. I'll just open up one so you can see what it looks like, because otherwise this takes too much time. Well, I thought it was going to be triangular shaped. Maybe the other one is. I thought, but isn't that pretty? Oh, I love that color. Such a pretty shade of lavender. But there you go. You've got your rectangular one and you've got a triangular one. I don't really ever use these, but I guess they're nice to have. And this is just, you know, information about your cover. It says avoid storing or using your product in hot, humid places. Oh, well. I guess I got to sell it then. I live in Houston. We're on the Gulf Coast. Most of the year, it's hot and very humid. Well, I have bad news and I have bad news. I was busy recording this. You know, my camera is way up here over my head, zoomed in at my desk here. So I'm not getting up to check it, right? And when I stood up to stop the recording, because I was all done opening and showing you everything, the camera screen was black. And I'm just like, what in the heck? And I tap on it and it says, oh, you don't have enough memory to put this video on your phone, which is bullshit. I did. I mean, I have 120 gigabytes and I had 105 used on my phone. And a video of the length that I did is like about 4 gigabytes. Do the math. Oh, I was so upset. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I got, but it won't be an unboxing. You won't get to see my responses of delight over the stuff I got. And I am sorry about that. I'm really ticked off. I don't know. I do have about over 5,000 photos on my phone, most of which are screenshots. I take screenshots to get ideas for my artwork and stuff. You know, inspiration, stuff I see on the internet. I got to go in and delete all that, obviously. My email was also overcrowded. I took care of that last night. Oh my God, what a mess that was. So hopefully this will never happen again. Okay? Okay, here we go. So this is the cute little cover. And I don't think I showed you how you can close your cover with the Hobonichis. It's really cool. These loops. And you just pull your pen through the top one, twist them, go through the bottom. Come on, go on. It fits right in there and it keeps your cover closed. It also has some leeway as your journal gets nice and chunky from all the stickers and the washi tape you may put in there. And that's it. So it's a really nice design. And of course, there's a lot of knockoff companies that are doing the same thing. But I really like that about the Hobonichi covers. And that's it. It's cute. It's little. Again, this is A6. And I really, really like it. And I'm going to start using it like probably right away, just because I'm not going to be using it for a daily journal. Like I said, I'm going to be using it for watercolor doodles to try to spark my own creativity, considering the world is now in the shitter and people are being murdered and our government is corrupted up the wazoo. And yeah. So, you know, and I just get filled with rage, and that's going to come through once in a while. I'm sorry. I can't hide it, you know. And I just start talking, and I'm a Gemini, and I can go off on all these tangents, and so please bear with me. I will try not to be overly upset over it, but, you know, you can't not be. You just can't. Okay, now we're going to do the other things. Of course, you probably saw a hint of this. Oh, no, you didn't. That was all in the bag. Okay, surprise. It's a Stalogy A6. 365-day notebook. These pages are not numbered, and I have a Stalogy B6 that I was going to use for my tarot journal, but I don't start my tarot journal until Imbolc. And I was filming this yesterday, which was Imbolc, and I was going to do my first entry in this journal that evening. But when I discovered that the video was incomplete, thankfully, my phone saved the first part of it, which was all about the cover and the journal, the planner within it. I was so upset I didn't do my reading. And that's like the first time in literally 15 years I did not start my tarot journal on Imbolc. So again, I'm upset about that. But I've gotten over it. I'll just do it today and pretend today's Imbolc, even though it's February 3rd. But I don't know if this one gives you the 3 extra pages at the end or not. My B6 does. So that's interesting. But the reason I bought it, the main reason was, well, first of all, I realized the B6 was going to be too small. I'm using a B6 Slim right now for my YouTube planner and content creation system. And that's working okay. It's a little too narrow and too short, and I was like, I should have just stuck with A5 because I write big. Let me show you an example of my writing. This is my 𝗍𝗵𝗃𝗃 cousin. This is the Yumi Kitagishi cover. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. It is so cute. And there's even little designs inside the flap to make it look like you've got ephemera in there. Adorable. And here, of course, is the pen loops that lock your cover together. I designed this. I have another video on how I did that. Now, if I can remember to put the doggone card in the video up here, it will be there. If I don't remember, of course, it won't be there. Just look at my channel. It's one of my most recent uploads on setting up my cover. And it comes with these. These are like iron-on decals. These don't come out. And then this is my own stuff. This is a pocket from my weeks. I haven't decided if I'm going to put it in there or not. But there we go. 𝗷𝗵𝗄𝗹, local to me here in Houston. I order fountain pens from them. Hope to go there in person one day. It's way downtown. It's an 1.5-hour drive. Houston is humongous. I mean, there's like a gazillion people live here. It takes forever to get anywhere. But, yeah, let me show you an example. Let me just shoot to my dailies. Hopefully it's not on a very personal page. But you see, I do write a little bit beyond. I think these are 3mm squares, graph paper. But you see, here's where I try to write small. And I bought a new pen just for this. I bought the Pilot Decimo in fine point. And that really does help me to write small. So I'm very thankful. I can fit more on a page now. Alex Bregman is a Chicago Cub. I still can't believe it. And this happened January 10th. And I'm like, I will not believe it till I'm sitting there watching opening day on my TV and he comes out. And then I'll be like, ah! Okay, I'm sorry. All the noise, but I am a huge Cub fan. And you're going to... Baseball season, you know, they're going to report to spring training. I think they may have just reported. The coaches have. Yeah, we'll be hearing about the Cubs every once in a while. If they start winning, I feel sorry for you. Because you're going to be hearing about them a lot. ChatGPT is the devil. I had a really bizarre thing happen to me on there when I mentioned Jesus. And the thing wigged out on me. It could not respond to any prompts. Not even the most basic. Hey, chat, are you still there? Nothing. Interesting, don't you think? I think it is. And see, here's where I'm using a broad nib pen. My husband lost his mind and got me the 𝗵𝗲𝗃𝗃 Year of the Dragon, which was my grail pen since it came out like 2 years ago, or maybe it was 3 now, whenever the Year of the Dragon was, in purple. And it was the last one that 𝗷𝗫𝗄𝗃 had, and I was just like, oh, I can't believe it. I about cried. Then the next day, 𝗬𝗏𝗏 followed me on Instagram. I couldn't believe that either. I literally almost fell out of bed. So that was wild. I saw it on my notifications on my lock screen, and I was like, that can't be the 𝗬𝗏𝗏. There's no way in hell that is the 𝗬𝗏𝗏. I've got all her books. I've got all her decks. I've been reading her stuff for years and years and years. I go look, and it is the 𝗬𝗏𝗏. And I was just like, and I just started a new Instagram for my rebrand of my main channel, which used to be MagickalMusings.blog. It is now the Cozy Intuitive Creative. Please go follow me there. I'm going to be doing journaling over there as well, but it's all going to be witchy and tarot. Whereas on this channel, it's going to be just kind of general. So, but this is an example of my writing. So that's why, let me close it. I needed the A5. That is the long-winded explanation as to why I bought the Stalogy A5 when I saw it there. And, you know, when I saw it sitting there at the shelf on a little craft place, you know, it's just like this, right? And I'm like, yeah, I think I will get that here. I'm supporting a local business instead of buying it on Amazon. Have to admit, I bought my other one, my B6 on Amazon. And I went to go pick it up, and I just happened to flip it. And this is a design that the owners, Ian and Eunice of Little Craft Place, came up with. They did a collab with Stalogy. I did not know this. I was unaware. And there is the whole design. This is their logo. And I was just so excited to flip it over and see this. And I was like, I definitely have to buy this here. I'm so glad I did not go ahead with my plan to get it on Amazon. It was in my cart, people, in my cart. It is no longer in there. Obviously, because I have this now. So I can't wait to start this today. A day late, but we won't go there. Okay, now, the washi tape that I got 1 roll of PET tape that is all cute witchy theme, and it is this one. And I don't think I kept the other half of it for the name of it. This is the other one. Yeah, I threw it out. Let me see. Can I find it right quick? I am quickly fishing through my trash can here. Well, it's not in there. How weird. I don't know what would have happened to it. Anyway, oh wait, it's right here. Okay, the name of this one is, no, that's Midnight Mischief. That's the other one. Well, I'm sorry, but it's Cutesy Witches, and I'm going to show you that one first. Pre-cut pumpkin spell wide PET tape from the Washi tape shop. I have a referral code in my description below the video. If you click on more underneath my video, all that will open up. And my referral codes, you'll have to scroll down a little bit to find them. They're all there. And I believe this one is 10% off if you order through my referral code. And I would appreciate it. Helps to support my channel and my work here. And all the time it takes me to not only film videos, but to edit them. And then jump through all the gazillion hoops over in YouTube Studio to upload the darn thing. I mean, you don't just record and poof, it's on there. Oh, how I wish. What? All right. Well, that did not happen the first time, so you got a bonus there. But here you go. These are all done in watercolor. These are real art. It is not AI. And that's what I'm looking for now. Real art, because so many producers of washi and stickers are now using AI art. And they'll go so far as to say on their website or at their Etsy that they're just using AI art to clean up the image and to tweak it, you know. But I look at it and I'm like, that whole image is AI for art from start to finish. What are you talking about? So the loop is really long. You know, the washi tape shop, you know, their PET tapes are expensive. This one is $16, but you get your money's worth because this is one loop, okay? And I'm not going to sit here and count them all because there's a lot, but there's probably over 20 little stickers on here of varying sizes, some of which are quite large. The full body stickers are, I would guess, about 3.5 inches long. So, yeah. I mean, well worth it. This was the last one Little Craft Place had of this one, and of also the other one I bought. These were the two tapes I wanted to get from the washi tape shop back when they had their Halloween launch. And then we had an expense, and I couldn't get them, and I was kind of bummed. And then when I went to go get them from the website, they were sold out. So I was super, super happy to get the last ones at Little Craft Place. So I got that one. The next one, this one is called Midnight Mischief. This is a set of 3 rolls of washi tape stickers. These are pre-cut. You can peel them off the washi and use them just like a sticker. So let me unfurl this one. Each one of these rolls has 9 different images within a single loop. See, here they are. Cute, 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 or what? And when I saw this, again, I about lost my mind because it was, you know, one that I had wanted that I missed out on. And this is the whole loop right here. And not only that, but my theme for my 𝗧𝗺𝗏𝗃𝗃 cousin for 2026 is cutesy cats and witches and witchy cats. I mean, is that not perfect? Is that not absolutely perfect? The only thing that would have been better is if the cat was gray, because I have a little gray kitty, and her name is Blue Star. She's a chartreuse. She is very small for her age. She is 13 years old now. She is the size of a 9-month-old kitten. She just never really grew, which was really nice for us because, I mean, she's easy to pick up. She only weighs 7 pounds. And it's just a lot easier for cuddles and all that stuff. My last cat weighed 17 pounds. He was a chunker. And his name was Dickens, for good reason. Did not name him after the author, even though Charles Dickens is one of my favorite authors of all time. He was named Dickens because that's what he was. And yeah, he was just so heavy. But here is the second roll from the set of washi. Okay, and the loop is this long. Again, 9 different images. And of course, obviously, these are all from the same artist. And again, it is not AI. I mean, and there are a lot of shops that are selling AI art now, and they don't even bother to tell you it's AI. So if you can't tell, you're spending as much money on AI-generated crap art as you do on real art. Yeah, that's no good. I really wish we could somehow force them to admit when it's AI. I just don't order. If I have any question at all, I don't order. I've already been suckered in numerous times in the past 2 years, and now I have some AI art, you know, in my collection that I do not appreciate. But when you're looking at it on the computer screen, here's the entire loop right here of this roll. Again, this is a 3-roll set. You can't tell if it's AI. You really can't, even if you zoom in, because AI is just getting so good these days. It looks like real art on the computer. But once you get it in person and the light hits it a certain way, oh, you can tell. You can tell when it's fake crap. It just really ticks me off. Bought a whole book of stickers that ended up being AI, and I spent $10 for that book of stickers. Again, it's not a ton of money, but it's the principle of the thing, you know? I'd rather spend $10 on real art than something done by a computer that is quite possibly demonic, you know? I mean, geez. I don't know. I think AI is going to be our downfall. Like Skynet, here we come. Woo! What else did I get? Oh, yeah. This was the big purchase, monetarily wise, besides the cover, which I prepaid for because I ordered this online from Little Craft Place. Went to go pick it up. And I was only going to get, besides my cover, this. And then I was going to walk out. Talk about being delusional, right? This is a Midori correction tape. And it is cream color, so it works in the 𝗺𝗵𝗃𝗃 cousin. It blends right in. And also when I opened it on the original video, I was like, what in the hell? This isn't what I have. I thought I was buying the same type. It is not what I have. But it's the same color, and that's what's important. So I'm totally happy. And also it's the same price. The one I bought was $5.50. This one is $5.50. And I think that I may even like this one better just because it's just so, you know, easy in the hand. It's compact. The other one is too, and the other one's a teeny bit smaller. The other one's only about yay big. So I like that this one's just slightly bigger. You know, I think it'll be easier to maneuver. We'll see. I haven't tried it yet. We'll see how that goes. So this is all I went to get, and I ended up with all this other stuff. You know, the Stalogy I just showed you, the Washis I just showed, and now we come to the pouch, the 𝗬𝗨 pouch. This is, the name of it was 1980s wind something? Windbreaker, maybe? I don't know. Where is it? Okay, I'm looking through my trash again. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. Let's see. I was also opening a bunch of tarot decks last night for my other channel, the Cozy Intuitive Creator, so there's a lot more plastic wrap in here than usual. This was the packaging for that correction tape runner, and it says correction tape at the bottom, and it's by Midori. It's 6 millimeter wide, and it has 7.2 meters of correction tape on there. Well, what the heck? Okay, who's been going in and stealing my trash? Magic? That's my dog's name. Magic. She's right here laying down. Are you stealing Mama's trash? Are you? I think you are, because I can't find that label now. Because each one of these, oh, sorry about that. Each one of these 𝗬𝗨 bags has got its own name to it. And I want to say this one was called 1980s Windbreaker, but I'm not sure. And but here's the bag. No, was this the bag? No, it came in this one. It came in this bag, which is really nice because it's one of these pull Ziploc bags, so you can reuse it. And I will definitely be reusing this. Designed by 𝗬𝗨 in Santa Monica, which is in California. And they are at 𝗬𝗨.co. But yeah, I don't know what happened to the label, so I cannot tell you the exact name of it. Oh, wait, here it is. I'm sorry, Magic. I blamed you. I'm sorry, sweetie. Yes, you good puppy. You good puppy. You want to come up here and say hi? Come on. Wait. Let me move the trash can for you. Yeah, here we go. Say hi. Say hi. Over here. Over here. Put your head here. Oh, lovely. She burnt. You booger. You're a booger. Yes, you are. Now she's getting all excited. Calm down. Calm down. That's a good dog. Okay, studio pouch. I know this has a name. What the heck? Where did I see the name of it? Oh, well, it's pastels. Pastel lavender, blue, and pink. My favorite colors are purple, blue, and pink. So this is the pastel version of my Color Wheelhouse, my favorite palette. Then it has a lime green zipper, and this zipper is super duper heavy duty. I mean, look at those teeth. Whoa. Yeah. I mean, they're substantial. So on the outside, you've got all these pen slots. You have enough for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pens. And then you have 3 slots on the pen slot side, and these slots go all the way down to the base of the bag. And then on the other side, you've got 3 pockets here. What's this? Oh yeah, that's something else I bought. Hang on. I'll show you that in a minute. And again, they go down to the base, and then you've got this single wide pocket here. And then on the inside, you have 2 deep pockets on either side, and then the main compartment. So I thought, you know, it looked really roomy, and that's what I wanted. And plus, I just love the colors. And I've been seeing these online, and I won't lie, I've been wanting one. Now I'm going to see how much it can actually hold. I'm going to see if it can hold all the washi rolls I bought, and the journal, and my Hobonichi. We're going to see. Because they say, oh, it's so roomy, it's like it grows. You know, that's what I hear in reviews online, and I'm just like, yeah, whatever. But then when I saw them there, I was just like, oh my God, it's so pretty. Oh, and it came with stickers. Yeah, this was inside the pouch in the main compartment. Creative Chaos Club. That's what I should have named my channel. Because that's what it is with me. I get out, I'm creative, I get all my stuff out, and it's chaos. So there we go with the stickers. Okay, I'm going to continue stuffing this. Now, I know the A5 most likely will not fit inside. So I'm going to put it, well, maybe it will. Let me see. I probably should have put this in there first and then the washies, right? But I want to see how much we can get in here. If I can get in everything I bought, I'll be happy. And there it goes. Come on. Because it does say it will hold an A5. And there is my A5 Stalogy. Zip's completely closed. Now we're going to go and with 2 rolls of washi, and now we're going to put these other 2 rolls in here. And then I guess I will put my Hobonichi A6 in the exterior side pocket. But there we go. It's got 4 rolls. Let's see, where is the Midori thing? We'll just pop that in here. Okay, now we're going to close it. Look at that. It's got 2 rolls of washi on either side of that journal. Wow. With a little bit of room to spare. Dang, that is impressive. Okay, then we take my cover. And I would just, I don't think it's even going to fit. I don't think it's going to fit. And of course, this pocket, is that pocket? No, that pocket's not wide enough. But everything else in there fits. Let me see if I can just kind of jam it in there. Watch me rip it. There we go. Yeah, that's really impressive. And you know, the more you overstuff it, it'll probably stretch a teeny bit. Again, it might rip, who knows, but I'm surprised I was able to get it in there at all. And now we'll see if I've pulverized those washies and the journal inside by doing that. Sure hope not. They are brand new. I'm going to pull the journal out first because I don't want it to get messed up. But there it is. Safe and sound. Again, this is an A5. And I'm pulling out everything that was in there. Everything is fine. And there you go. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. This is my haul from Little Craft Place. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Of course, this was the second half of it is a redo. I do apologize for that. And from now on, I'll be more careful with my darn phone. Thank you for watching. Please remember to give this video a thumbs up. And if you are not subscribed, the majority of my viewers are not subscribed. I don't know why. It's free. It helps to support my channel. I would deeply, deeply appreciate it. And also, when you hit the subscribe button, you'll see a little bell come out and do a little dance. Please click on that bell. You'll be notified of when I post. If you get too many notifications, I understand. Just remember, I tend to post on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Thank you for watching. This is 𝗫𝗫𝗃𝗃, the Positive Vibes artist, wishing you all a very blessed day ahead.